Hey everyone, we got the vision world for Final Fantasy X capable, which is very nice and convenient. So let's do this with this team. It's gonna be super easy, barely inconvenience, 3 turns. It's just one little bit of RNG, and that's Esther on this very first turn. The boss has, of course. And if that happens, I just retreat. Now the next pickle is I'm 49 energy, but I'm not gonna reset the video. Let's just hope that Esther for once doesn't get hit. Come on, don't get hit. I could always give for the evasion, but okay, you know what? I'm just gonna brave shift her and then say screw it. That's dumb. How can I lose? I lost a 50-50 like 4 times in a row now, even before I started. But oh well. Let's have her do all the stuff in brave shift then some. Go to hell, you know. There we go. Let's shift Esther back. Whoops, Sylvie is going to Petal, Vines, and Compassionate. Wilk is shifting. He's on an X, by the way, but don't think it will matter. Quake Blade. Let's do this before we do anything else. We'll do triple raid, Draconic, Ignitos, and Mega Breath. Kaito is going to shift, and he's going to crashing, destabilizing, deep submersion. I forgot to give Kaito Tyvis Spirit, but he's not really good at all. Chizuru, Eastern Winds, Strong Samurai, and Staunch Samurai, I guess. And Esther is going to True Storm. And that's it. Since we are killing on turn 3, I have a spare turn 2. So the boss is going to blind randomly all around, which we do not really care about. Full dispel on Sylvie, which is totally fine. We don't mind Sylvie getting dispelled here. Alright, turn 2. We'll do Marion's Blessing Lightning. I would have liked to use this on turn 1, but whatever. 75% amp on turn 2 is still way more than enough. We'll do Chizuru's, or I've got your back on Chizuru for 300% buff. And last one is up to me, and I'm gonna use Paladin Strike. But beforehand, we're gonna do Vengeance against the Dracosaur, so we don't accidentally kill the boss. Alright, now we can imbue ourselves. Berta is just going to Draconic Trio in here. If you are still struggling for LB Gauge, which you shouldn't be. Kaito can just guard. Chizuru is going to Tyvis' Spirit. And Esther is just going to Plumb Before the Storm. Alright, so blind on units that don't care about it because they are immune from the buff. And here is just some more damage, but we immune this all from buffs from Sylvie, basically. Alright, so Sylvie is going to Limit Burst and Brave Shift. Esther is going to Limit in Base. Chizuru shifts and tag limits. Kaito in Brave Shift limits. Roberta quadruple casts Mystic Breath. And will LB in Brave Shift. We're gonna start the chain off with Berta, and then send in Kaito and Wilk shortly thereafter. There we go, send in Esther and Chizuru, and this should be a fairly comfortable cap. So let's see, we need 10 billion. And we got 12 billion. Fair enough. And that's Wilk with Axe variants too. So, everybody, minor issues. So let's see who performed well, who didn't perform well. I saw Esther's last hit wasn't that high. Yeah. On a test run, Esther had 3. No, she had 4 billion actually, but yeah. Wilk has a huge range being on Axe, and nobody ever competes with Chizuru here, so. But you will see why in just a second. Perfect score. We should be at rank 1, which we can see. But I know for a fact that I am. There we go, rank 1. Okay, so this is a team, right? And we got Wilk here in base. So for the preemptive attack, you can either immune it with 100% lightning. You can evade it. I gave Wilk in base for, he has Titus's STMR. I got my Titus for free for with tickets, which is nice. And yeah, you can ignore the rest here. It's just important. Duty to the world, Titus's STMR and Coil headpiece. That's 100%. That's good enough. Brave Shift, like I mentioned, on an Axe build. Fairly standard stuff otherwise. And he is sitting at 300 human, 300 Reaper, maxed out LB. And he's using his own card. Next up, Berta. Basically, full evasion. That's it. Nothing else, really. So, she doesn't really have anything to do. Next up, Kaito. Base form, full evasion. He has naturally 70%, which makes this rather easy. And Brave Shift, I just get him for whatever. He didn't really deal any damage. He has super bad killers, 50% Reaper, 150% human. He's just here to chain bot with everybody else and no other job. Honestly, I just took him because he's an Extreme Nova frame chainer. That's all the reason he was on the team. Chizuru though, she also is super easy to give for full evasion. 110% because she has 80% naturally in base. We gave her Typhus' Spirit. And she is on Freyavia's card. Now Freyavia's card is a 50x modified increase to morale based attacks or limit bursts, so to say, meaning that Chizuru benefits twofold from this stacks because both of her brave shifted limit burst hits are morale based, meaning she gets a 100x increase, which is very nice. Add on top of that Typhus' Spirit, you got yourself some really nice damage, and here it is. As you can see, both hits scale off of morale, which is very cool. And yeah, for the Brave Shift, fairly standard stuff, honestly. Nothing too fancy here. Everlasting Fortune, because all you need is strength is on somebody else. I forgot on whom. I think it was on Wilk. So yeah, she has 275 human, perfect, 300 Reaper. I just threw this together. This is by no means maxed out, min-maxed. It's just laughably easy. I have no killer buffers, and it still worked out. Then there is Esther, a standard build, honestly, nothing too fancy here. Oops. She easily has 300 killers, 300 human, 300 Reaper, 300 LB, and she's on her own card. And then there's Sylvie. You can ignore most stuff. Honestly, just build her for resistance, 100% lightning, full evasion, and that's pretty much it. You can ignore all the things I had in here. This was my secret sauce for last Dark Vision, which I didn't participate in. I would have geared her for physical DPS with some pretty sweet attack, as you can see. So this would have netted me quite some damage on Sylvie, but I didn't end up doing Dark Visions last month. So yeah, now all you need is, like I mentioned, full evasion and lightning resistance, and that's it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. See you, I don't know, someday again. At the very latest during Clash. So bye bye.